Hey guys, Jordan Hildwein, another video, this one on reincarnation and karma. Before we start, quote, all the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. Saint Germain. Now, the premise of reincarnation is that death does not exist. There is movement from one physical embodiment to another and is part of the soul's development. A cycle, never ending, designed to culminate the soul's reaching an eternal union with the divine. By assuming many lives, we learn and progress spiritually. We are connected to the divine mind and oneness, but stray when we do not live the lives instructed to by not following our higher selves. That is the key to understand why we are here, examining the lessons inside our souls. Life on earth is like a school's curriculum in which we learn to behave in ways to demonstrate that we learn the lessons of love and light. When we haven't, our souls are given opportunities to master these lessons. Before ascension, the process of becoming ascended masters and living in the celestial realms and taking on new levels of responsibility, our souls must be purified. And this happens through dedication and discipline, allowing higher levels of consciousness. Soul development is visible in the color range of the frequencies given by the soul. Color, density, and form that we as light souls radiate result from this accumulated knowledge and the concentrations of light matter emitted. Today, this is known as the aura. The ultimate purpose is to be a being of light and emitting an aura of pure energy. For this, there must be an aura of white light. And this is the frequency necessary to stabilize our electromagnetic energy and to provide travel through other dimensions. This happens with tests of initiation. Tests of initiation are events we go through in normal life. We go through these events to 1. Learn lessons of the heart, 2. Focus our will, 3. Acquire higher values, 4. Balance the male and female energies within, and 5. Learn unconditional love and forgiveness. The more tests passed, the higher the frequency and more light that is acquired by the soul. Once self-realized and have become white light, our second goal is to integrate the golden energy of Great Central Sun into our consciousness and auric field. Now, this is done by synchronizing our hearts and minds and connecting our higher selves to the chakras. And, well, higher states of consciousness are in the colors of our auras. Innocence is the most powerful of all, appearing at both the lower and higher spectrums of consciousness. When a soul begins, the light is pure and it's uncontaminated. And at the end of the soul's journey, once again, the light is so strong. Now, advanced souls have high vibrations of moving energy that are shown as blue, with the most advanced being purple. The shades of red are the lower level, while yellow is more intermediate. Light blue is upper-mediate. The light, higher advanced is a darkish bluish purple. Now notice that all of these colors reflect the sequencing of colors that make up the rainbow, being the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Remember that only about 10% are in this upper echelon, while the other 90% is in the lower to middle. This reflects the difficulty of spiritual progress among the negative forces here. Yet this is becoming easier within the masses moving towards a more positive collective. The earth too is changing, bringing us towards a higher spirituality, and along with it into the fifth dimension. With all of that said, we must dive into what karma is. Karma is the manifestation of the law of cause and effect, which is one of the universal laws which will come later. It is the result of the choices and actions made within the framework of free will. If our thoughts, desires, actions, and the words are benevolent and helpful, it is considered good karma. With good karma, you are rewarded in the in-between and in next lives. Although if thoughts, desires, actions, words are malevolent and harmful, then this is considered bad karma. And the harmful things done must be balanced by wisdom and positive thoughts and acts, or to live in a way that will help teach of the suffering and pain caused by the consequences of those misdeeds. No, karma is not a punishment, yet it is designed to help one grow and learn higher levels of spirituality. Remember that all in the universe is consciousness. Even the mineral kingdom, just as people have karma, so do land areas and other parts of the world have karma. Because of this, with the perspective of universal laws, divine justice, and all problems being experienced today in the world are the result of actions in the past. This is all recorded in the etheric. The laws are perfect, and there is no escaping this. All must be balanced for the future. And this is the time to clear those scales. If not, the souls who do not clear these scales will be denied entry into higher levels. And that's the reason there is so much oppression and difficult circumstances today. The debts are being paid. And those of families in situations are all connected to the debt. They are suffering together to make sure the debt is paid and balance is restored. And once all souls have done this, it will no longer be necessary for these types of experiences, because all will be one with the higher self and the ego will be gone. It is very important to know that not all hardships are so-called punishment or a cleaning of the so-called slate. Sometimes souls choose to sacrifice themselves in a service to another, to aid in the growth of love and light. And karma is the result of thoughts, emotions, actions, and words, all of which are emulated and directed by the will. All of these energies that move into the inner world, which become a vibrating force on the mental plane. These vibrations attract and mold other similar forces as they make their way into the physical plane. The guiding principle of karma is that karma is the expression of the perfection of the universal laws. Some basic principles of karmic law is aspirations and desires become capacities. Repeated thoughts become tendencies. Wills to perform become actions. Experiences become wisdom, and painful experiences become conscience. Note that karma is recorded in our Akashic records. The Akashic records being the place where the soul's thoughts, wishes, desires, actions, and words are documented. Now, the steps and transitions from one life to another have 7 steps. There's death and departure. The death process is one leaving their physical body, hovering for a time with a euphoric sense of freedom and brightness. Then there's movement toward the light. After a varying period of time, one moves towards and through a tunnel of light, and at the end of this tunnel are met by someone of meaning to them, maybe a guide, a relative, a close friend, etc. They feel an unconditional love not felt on earth. And we have orientation. New arrivals are taken for healing and counseling by their guides. This culminates with a session of divine judgment or self-judgment by a review of their Akashic records. Then there's the time spent in a staging area. Souls spend time with soul families or groups as part of their learning. These groups are determined by a common level of knowledge and soul development. Souls usually remain in their own groups whose other members of a comparable level. Also, as some souls learn faster, they move into independent studies, forming smaller pods, yet the whole group is never actually separated. And we have the life selection. Souls must determine if they are ready for a new physical life, the lessons they need to learn, and where they will have the best opportunity for their goals. Parents are selected based on what lessons those individuals are capable of giving. A choice of a new body. The souls voluntarily agree to be children of a given set of parents, and they prepare for the embark. Now, rebirth. A new life cycle begins where the soul can learn and grow spiritually. Those are the cycles. Now, in the etheric, a soul is reunited with others of their group. There is a short-lived surprise and confusion, then remembrance of this is soon integrated, and a joyfulness takes place with the newly emerging consciousness. Finally, the moment of truth and assessment comes that all take part in. Decisions are made. These decisions affect the entire group because no soul is allowed to move on without the rest of the group. And this is why it is so important to help all souls towards the light, which also enhances the whole group's ability. And to love thy neighbor is a valuable key to use, since with the veil down, no soul is aware of who is in their group. And these souls are bound to their group until the fifth dimension is reached. After achieving this, the rules and directive change because a higher frequency requires different protocol. Now, coming to the end of this section, this video, it is important to know that more is expected of old souls. The more advanced a soul is, the more serious the offenses are against proper conduct and universal law. The karmic board, which is the governing body designed to judge behavior and provide opportunity, is less sympathetic towards the more advanced souls. So with all of this, it is very, very important to remember the key phrase, love thy neighbor. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you.